Hi, I'm Harper, and I'm here to tell you about mountain men. First of all, a mountain man is an explorer that lives in the mountains, aka the Rockies. One of their favorite things to do is hunt buffalo. A buffalo's hide can be used for blankets and roofs, and other stuff, like important stuff. And a buffalo's meat is tasty. And buffalo bones can be used for weapons. A mountain men don't necessarily work for fur trapping companies, but mountain men do sell to fur trapping companies. Mountain men normally hunt beavers for their pelts. Beaver pelts were very popular for fur hats at that time. And since mountain men sold beaver pelts, they could sure make some good trades for stuff like they need, like weapons, food, and money. Money. What skills did a mountain man have? Mountain men were good at trapping and hunting. They were also great at setting traps, and they hunted stuff like beaver. Mountain men were also good at surviving in the Rockies. There were no doctors in the wilderness, so mountain men learned how to treat their wounds and heal their broken bones. Mountain men were also good at trading. They hunted beavers and traded the beaver pelts for useful stuff. Mountain men had to learn skills of tough living too. In the wild, there were lots of bears and no doctors, so mountain men had to treat their own wounds. What is a mountain men rendezvous? Mountain men rendezvous are basically the most amazing fair ever. There are many games, including horseback riding, archery, gun shooting, and more. Rendezvous are also a good time to catch up with friends. At rendezvous, there's also dancing, shouting, running, jumping, and racing. Utah rendezvous were held at Bear Lake, Cache City. Even though rendezvous were meant for mountain men, rendezvous were also loved by Native Americans too. And yeah. Hi, I'm Harper again, and I'm here to talk to you about Kit Carson. Kit was born on Christmas Eve, and he was born in Kentucky. Kit was also born on the same year as President Lincoln. Wow. Kit's father died when he was only 5. Oh, that's sad. When Kit was 15, he was sent to work at a saddle shop. After 2 years, he ran away to the wilderness. Kit jumped on a train after running away, and then Kit became a mountain man. Kit got married 3 times in his life. The first 2 people he married were Native Americans, and the third one was a Mexican woman. Kit was also a guide for an army man named John Fremont. Kit died on May 23rd, 1868. He died to a disease called abratic asrium. What were Kit's skills? Kit was very good at hunting and shooting. It was very important to know how to hunt and shoot if you're a mountain man. Kit was also good at tracking and scouting. A mountain man must know where a beaver or buffalo is. Kit had some good language skills too. He could speak to any Native American and they'd understand. They'd understand Kit. Kit also had survival skills. Since mountain men lived in, the mountains, they needed to know how to survive. Kit had horse and animal skills too. He could ride a horse through the Rocky Mountains, at top speed. What did Kit help settle? Kit helped settle California, the Southern Trails, New Mexico, and he opened up the West. Cool, right? What was something interesting Kit did? Kit fought for California so it could become part of the United States instead of Mexico. And California is important to the United States. Otherwise, we'd have 41 states. 49 states, which is bad. We want 50. What did Kit Carson accomplish? Kit Carson rose from absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, to a general. He also mapped the West, which is impressive because there weren't that many good maps around that in those days. And he also survived amazing adventures. There were a lot of bears in the wilderness, and maybe he fought one of those. Picture credits. Stock media was used for picture credits. Okay, bye.